Alrighty, mic check, 1, 2, 3. Alright, carrot's moving just fine. Background is playing. Mic is being picked up. Got my water, got my stuff, got everything a-okay. Alrighty, everything seems a-okay. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Mattoon Corner. I'm your host Mattoon, and welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, this past like 2 or 3 hours have been very stressful and annoying to me, but here we are. Yeah. For full context, today I decided to buy a new sketchbook for myself, you know? Because I want to do some more physical doodling. I want to do some doodles right before I did some more work today in general. In general. So, I figured I was just gonna grab my stuff, just do some doodling. So, but then when I went to grab my mechanical pencil, which I've had that for like that pencil for like 7 years, I couldn't find it. I completely dismantled this entire room, and I could not find my dang pencil. I'm tired. I basically used the day to organize. I basically just used today to organize my entire room today. That was more stressful than it had any right to be. Yeah, so I hope you all are having a lot better than I am. Okay, sorry, don't worry. Like it's small potatoes, all things considered. Because like I can just buy another mechanical pencil. It's not that deep. Again, I've had that pencil for like 7 years. It was like always my pencil, you know. So it's kind of sad to like lose it, you know. Yeah, well, it is what it is, sadly. Because that I ended up not doing the other patron sketches like I wanted to. But that's fine. We can use today to get one more day ahead. We get one more day ahead of OCVember, which today we're going to be working on Crystal's OC Melody. That'll be fun. Speaking of OCs, Crystal, you still need to decide what you want for your monthly doodle. Feel free to send out whenever, just because it's going to be a busy month in general. So don't you worry. I know, sorry, not a lot of ideas, and friends won't take the offer. That's fair. Yeah, and Chris, you can take your time. You know I don't mind. One time, Lucy spent like 2 or 3 months without telling me what she wanted. I basically had to do several. I had to do several duels for her in a single month. You're fine. As you need the time to get the references I need for Melody. Melody Sinclair. Melody Sinclair. Is that her full name? Didn't realize her surname was Sinclair. Neat. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, neat. Everyone's OCs go by their full name, like Mr. Starcutter. True. I mean, even in my OCs, Starcutter tends to be like the more. I like you having characters called Matthew Starcutter just because it is like his more unique name of the two. Oh, I have to recalibrate this thing. It's a bit off. Yeah, since I was doing cleaning a bunch of stuff, everything just feels slightly off right now. Imagine giving your OC his last name. Honestly, at this point, I can't not give an OC a last name unless they're like some like kind of like spirit or like eldritch thing, that kind of stuff, you know? Imagine not giving your OC's last name. Yeah, you're with me. You're with me, Mimi. Thank you. Hold on. Okay. Oh, it's funny seeing her with like a head shape into my usual blobs that you're looking at. Honestly, just like I was just looking at characters with a similar like build to her, more like again, just more like pear shaped like bomb more heavy characters. So in the boxes, so it's interesting seeing other people's creative process. Oh, I 100% agree. I love seeing people's different people well, their workflow in general, you know. And also pose. I'm not really sure what I'm going for pose wise here. Yeah. Usually I usually pose her like a deer in the headlights or loser. That's what she is. My character out of curiosity. Honestly, it's honestly not. I was looking at fan art a friend of mine did of Piper. Like Piper herself is from Zenless Zone Zero. Piper herself is not a character with the same like body shape, as Melody. But one of my friends' fan art is a bit closer to what I have in mind. So that's mostly what I was looking up. I've been ready for me insulting my Dharma for like 2.5 hours. That's what it's mostly gonna be. That's fair. Nothing wrong with bullying your own OCs. Literally my favorite pastime. Bullying receives basic management creator. Matt, I have a very important question for you as a creative. What's up? Say a person dies and becomes a ghost. Would it be funnier if the body becomes a zombie or a living skeleton? That's actually a good question. I can kind of imagine it's like I kind of imagine it kind of like how in Bleach, in Bleach, this is 1-to-1, mind you. Basically, that in the early season in the beginning of Bleach, basically the characters have to like hop out in and out of like of his body, basically his spirit, and in order to not like draw suspicion for him passing out in the middle of the day, they have to basically put in a temporary soul into the body. So like I honestly do think if like the character's body does have like a degree of sentience outside like the main character, the proper character proper, it does end up being a bit funnier, you know. So yes, it would be funnier. Yes. But out of the two, which is two monsters, which is funnier, zombie or skeleton? Probably zombie, just because like, because if a person dies, isn't necessarily just, because if a person dies like immediately, unless their entire flesh gets incinerated, it doesn't make much sense for them to immediately appear as a skeleton. I feel like they'd be a zombie first. Skeletons are just old zombies. Hair's been dead for a while, like back in the 1800s. Well, I don't think like a full zombie would probably be funnier. I just my opinion, at least. Okie doke. You remember she got thick eyebrows now. Yep, I am looking at the rest like more accurately, so I can get a better idea of how to do this. Plus, again, over time, I just learned to read your designs a lot better. You know. Yeah. I mean, like it's okay. Describing it is a little weird. I literally just know like sometimes like how you draw eyes, like how you draw eyelashes and stuff. I've learned how to basically like translate that into my style a bit better over time. You know. A little bun nose, so I'm gonna make a point to make her nose a bit rounder. Hey, speaking of girls, just seeing Simp Extras playing. Hey, very nice. The melody's not cool enough to get for death metal. Aw, poor baby. She's not a baby. She pays rent. She's still precious to me. She illegally owns a gun. You see how, like, people, like, don't baby, like, mass murderers and, like, fandom, that kind of stuff, you know? Ooh, small bean can do no wrong. Ears. I don't like. Yes, I know her like her hair covers her ears, but I like to draw the ear mostly just like give it to, for a guide for myself later. I usually erase them once I draw the hair. I mean, the ear's a bit too low, too high. I mean, lower down a bit. Yeah, like the ear stuff. I like to draw ears and other features. I like to do them in my initial sketch. I like to do it in my initial sketch, more so as a bit of a guide, you know. Go pygmy. First is based just self-made guys, basically. Yeah, essentially. Another thing is, like, I didn't want her to, like, chest to be, like, too big, either. I make a point to try to make her, like, you know, a bit, you know. I think last time I drew her, I think I made her chest a bit too big. Last time you drew, or you didn't know me. I know that, exactly. I know your character designs more. I know your characters more. Melody's not, she's not flat, but she's also not, like, not stupidly stacked either. Hilariously stacked either. I want to start learning, and I need to learn to take these characters' design elements, actually draw them. They can't, not every girl can just have the Mattoon body type TM. I need to, that's something I need to work on. Like, okay, well, my honest answer, honestly, the reason I bought the sketchbook to begin with, because I want to do some practice, some anatomy doodles, because I have felt like I've been incredibly rusty, and feeling like you're rusty in the middle of a daily art challenge is not a good combination. So losing my mechanical pencil has also left me very frustrated. Apparently, I once had a funny idea where someone's spirit and their body are split, but the body remains alive but immortal. Can't feel pain. So the spirit is stuck as a guide to a version of themselves that has no issues mixing a toaster in a tub. Okay, that's kind of funny. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll get you to do for the monthly. Take a crack at your own WoW melody. That'll be pretty neat. Everything feels like it's slightly too long. Hold on. Now brute force it. In fact, my first proper FemOC had a body this type described best as ruler. It was good design, but I can't look at it anymore. Understandable. entire bottom half body section is not looking too good. I'm sorry, she's a cartoon character. You're fine. You're fine. I'm trying to adapt that into like you have very fun with shapes. Your shape design honestly is very fun. Honestly, a lot better than my own shape design. I try to keep my things generally anatomically proportion right, but that does make drawing cartoonier characters a bit of a struggle for me. I really drew a more hippie character recently. Hold on. That song? Yeah, Giovanni's theme. One of Giovanni's themes, essentially. Unlike 3, he hasn't masters. Because Pokemon loves Giovanni. Why not? And Giovanni's cool, mind you. But admittedly, having to deal with him every time can get a little repetitive. Yeah, true, we do got the aura. Who pinged me? Markiplier, Amy, and Chica. Yeah, I saw the Markiplier's dog side pass away. Is what it is, sadly. You drew her face very like how you draw the horse. True, honestly. Yeah, I do try to like. Even Lila, I try to make her nose a bit more of a bun. I try to give her like very like these smiles. Maybe I'm just trying to make Melody look a bit shyer compared to like Layla's whole like big bright eye, open eye smile. You know. I don't know if I succeeded though. Maybe I could like shrink her eyes down a little bit, like height wise, and make it help a little. Complaining. That's fair. You know, shows like South Park and Family Guy are satires. Like the stuff we watch and laugh at are just tiny references of what happens IRL. Yeah, I understand, Dad. Hey, your arm's very nice. Yeah, I'm glad you like him. I have been getting better at like muscles and the like. Yeah, it took a little while. I can admit, but you know, better than nothing. Better late than never. Stuff our subway thing. Yeah. Turbo OC detective. Oh, you know me so well, Mimi. Good. When you draw your own harmony, I'm expecting some top heavy to contrast Melody's bottom heavy. Jay. Oh, don't you worry. I plan on it. I already have some ideas then. So like, you want my take on harmony then? That's your idea for your duo, right? I can do that. You can make her arm head a bit bigger. Good, sure. All right then. I will try to get to that either tomorrow or Thursday, just because because of work. I have another page from Josh who asked me to color in, so that'll be fun. That'll be fun. We went from 135 to 180, so that's pretty good. And since Chaos sent me what he wants first, he gets first. He's first on the list, so worry about it. Yeah, I know not to worry. I'm just saying. And now her hair. All right, her hair should be too bad. Should I tell him to make another Pokken game? My brother in Christ, I've been theorizing a Pokemon fighting game for the longest time, genuinely. And glow from your first melody, by Chip Wise. Like again, like let me actually get that old commission. Hold on. I say old commission, like it's not like a year or two old at this point. Not that old. Like a year and a half, basically. I also think like my art at the time is also just in a specific spot at the time. Where is it? All right, here we go. Yeah, before I just drew her basically with like the Mattoon body shape, basically very simple, very simple. Also, my characters were a lot lankier back then, just in general too. Like, I still like it, mind you, but I can also very much tell, like, this was done before I met you, basically. Like, I didn't know anything about your character or anything, I didn't know anything about your stuff specifically, and you did just kind of just give me free reign to do what I wanted, so I kind of just did this. Now she's a lot more adorable. Perfect. Missing both her hair, and I need to also add the, what's it called? The little notes on her, the clef and the notes on her shirt. BM notes. The rest of the game that never was. Understandable. Kind of biased opinion, but turn-based games are kind of weak, not gonna lie. That's your opinion. Honestly, I never like people who say like turn-based opinion, like turn-based combat is just like a step up, is like a step behind action games. My little brother was like that for a while ago. It took him playing Honkai Star Rail to see the value in turn-based games. I'm just honest, Joseph. I'm just honest. Phil, I'm sorry. Look, you can complain, Joseph. If you didn't play any turn-based games, every time I tried games, play a good turn-based game I liked, you would bounce off it. It took Honkai Star Rail for you to actually play a turn-based game that you really liked. That you actually start to see the value in them. And because of that, you have gone back to play turn-based games.
It's funny, that's a funny sentence.
Let's have, look at. Oh, sure. Oh, that's what you mean. Alright, so. Well, like this then. Like a B. There we go. Your hair. She has a little crystal clearing fringe. CC fringe, am I that repetitive? I mean, like, what do you consider? Okay, is there like a specific kind of like shape you see in my art that you would call the Mattoon blank? There are, like, you know. I feel like I've seen like characters of yours who like usually like do like this little teardrop in the center of their head, basically, and you divvy up their hair from there. Platoon has hairline. What's wrong with my hairlines? Like, okay, like Jenny, what do you mean by hairline? The spiky shit is hard to draw. You know what? Fair enough. Hair turned out a little wide. Hold on. A little wide and a little tall. You admit. To be fair, you did also call me Mattoon body shape earlier. I like drawing girls with like with big titties. What do you want from me? And even then, I have been shrinking the general size of the chest I draw. I liked it. Well, yeah, I just tried to match a bit more your thing too. You know. Fair enough. Sorry. No, you're fine. Like, I just want like the whole thing. I want to experiment with these things. I really want to make I want to experiment with these things a lot more. You know, make sure they look a bit more like the actual characters that they're supposed to. Not just a Mattoon version of them, but like also like still have a bit of their energy in them. Now her little like pause note, pause symbol. That's a lot of bread. Rest note doinger. Rest note idiot hair. In the DR group, we can't pronounce a hoge, so we just call it doinger, and that's what I refer to it ever since. You know what? That's fair. Grab her by and swing her around. Aw. So long, Game Melody. She is that. True. Honestly, if my list wasn't stacked as it is, I'd probably include AJ too. Sadly, the star-crossed lovers are going to be separated for now. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. What's up? I have a birthday on my Friday. What game should I get for my Switch and PS5? You can draw buff French blonde bags whenever you want. True! This is gonna be a bit busy this month, but I probably should draw AG sometime again. Last time I drew her, I made her too skinny. From what I can tell from What I can tell from the art you posted for how you draw her, honestly, I feel like I should give her like a modern She-Hulk. If I draw her, she has like a modern She-Hulk build, from what I see. Is that kind of what you have in mind? All my dragons homies hate Celestial Dragons. Those dragons are pretty good. Alright, now I have a birthday for. What game should I get on my PS4 or Switch? I've ever played a little game called Hades. Hades is pretty good. I recommend that one. My brain keeps mixing up a Hoge and a Hegao, and I'm scared one day I'll switch to mid-sentence. We gotta remember, it's a Hoge and a Hegao. You guys, you keep doing that to me in DMs. If you guys, Joey just says draw however you want, so that lets me draw her beefy. You know what? Fair. All right, the sketch, melody sketch is done, so I can add that. We are about an hour in. Not bad at all. A Hoge. Gotcha. That's pretty much how I. That sounds mean out of context. Like, you guys know what I mean. Another accurate description of her. She's confusing now. I was called the Hoge and I had out when we had to have a real serious conversation. Why am I getting Makoto and Hajime vibes from that damn Hoge? Well, to be fair, they are well characterized by it. Also, fun fact, Crystal only recently got into Danganronpa, so she's always had the idiot here, though. Oh, speaking of Danganronpa, I was really surprised when I was watching like Scott Stash. I was watching like Scott Stash recently. Not recently, like today. And I was very surprised when I heard Scott the Woz of all people like praising Danganronpa. I was like, huh. The Mr. Stupid Nintendo Games likes DR. Interesting. That was a Jade Edition? Ah, noted. Not recently, today. I think it was a Jade Edition. I think I'm glad you kept it. I think it's a really cute part of her character. Super excited for Scott Pilgrim EX. Likewise, I hope it's better than the other Scott Pilgrim game. Can't remember what you had to do actually. One sec. A bunch of Danganronpa games sat in my Steam library from a sale. Honestly, you should play them sometime. They're pretty good. I'm very curious what your opinions on it, Taco, because I find it very interesting when like people get completely different opinions on these games for the most part. For example, Crystal doesn't really like Danganronpa V3, which is the third game in the series. She really doesn't like that one, but it's my personal favorite. I get Danganronpa for my Switch. I have the first one on Switch, and I decided to get it, but I mean to get all the games, as well as what's it called? The 2 and V3, as well as the party game where everyone's alive, which is my Danganronpa canon. So I played DR with friends when we didn't want to play more Strikers. Like, you guys finished Strikers? Streaming them. And then the autism activates to prevent my pre-existing favorite fixations. No. Case in point. Like, okay, Taco, Mimi, you remember how I was ranting in Nefarious? I was literally ranting about this today, Nefarious, how I hate Persona 5 Strikers. We tapped out before the little girl's dungeon. I hate that game. I hate it so much. Why? Your writing's actually pretty solid, but you're just kind of just Persona 5 again. Why are you a repetitive slog? Warriors combat does not fit dungeon crawling. Why are you like this? So much backtracking, having to farming for the Oh, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. The what dungeon? I can explain. Taka, okay. So basically, one of the characters' dungeon is Zenkichi's daughter. Basically, Zenkichi's daughter is like a big like Phantom Thief fangirl. It's very cute. It's actually kind of cute. Proving once again. Okay, so Taco, Mimi, the little girl is Zenkichi's daughter. Zenkichi is the guy I posted in the server. Basically, she's like a huge, she's a huge fan of the Phantom Thieves. She has like a whole bunch of Phantom Thief memorabilia in her room. It's very cute. And like their whole stick is that like Zenkichi puts a lot of focus on work, and he's been kind of struggling ever since his wife passed away. So having to raise a daughter who's honestly a bit distant from him is very hard. Strange, I didn't get any ads. You might be gifted a sub. Pretty honestly, you might be a sub. So that's neat. Pretty sure subs don't get ads, so that's why. One of the gifted subs might have gone to you. You draw her face a little rounder than usual? Yes, actually. I figured it fit. It might be a sub-son insane out of context somehow. And that was the intention, lol. Very nice then. Perfect then. I mean, Taco, am I wrong? She's a round girl, very shape. I plead the fifth. Bro. Bro's called you out, Lamau. But yeah, forgot like Persona 5 Strikers has good ideas. Zenkichi and Sophie are probably the best things to come out of the game in general. Well, the game's focus does focus more on Sophie. But me and Personas, I feel like Persona has done the AI robot idea much better with Aegis with Aegis and Labris. Well, I find Sophie to be a cuter design because they went for like digital avatar Cortana type, so they didn't have to limit her to make her design robotic. I feel like Aegis is just a better written character in general. Also, the fact that, like, even though they had, like, people from the original Persona games working on this thing, it's still functionally, what if Koei Tecmo tried to make a Persona game? And Koei Tecmo, I love your action games. Jeez, don't try to make a Persona game. That's all I'll say. There's also a reason why, like, no one talks about a game anymore. It just kind of exists. Artificial character learning to be human to Teddy in the room. The only reason I don't include Teddy is because like Sophie is at the end of the day a human creation. Teddy is almost like an alien, like if an alien came to Earth and learned to be human. You know? I think Teddy is a bit different enough to kind of stand on his own, but at the same time I also like. That was funny because, like, for the longest time, people would compare Teddy still clears Frog Ghana? Yeah, basically. Yeah, if I'm being honest, like, part of my enjoyment of Morgana also comes from Cassandra Lee Morris's performance. I just really like her voice. I think she's very fun. Rerun will fix them, I swear. What? Okay, but watch everyone get recast, but they keep Sam Riegel as Teddy. Somehow. I am genuinely curious what the voice cast for Persona 4. Look at Bear voice direction, it'll be clear. He doesn't know what he has to sing. Oh, hey, it's an error. Why are you here, little theme? Oh, Chaos Island. I don't know, like, I like Chaos Island. Like, I understand why it was there. We're reusing assets from peers, but, like, I don't know. I like it. Dude, live all the end of the day. What now? What do you mean? What now? What now? I don't know Sonic. Oh, so basically, like, Chaos Island was a level from Sonic Frontiers, you know, from Sonic Frontiers, and reappeared in Shadow Generations, even though Shadow doesn't appear in Sonic Frontiers. So, like, there's no real reason for him to have this level as a level. Frontiers counts as Generations? No, like Sonic X Shadow Generations. Sonic X Shadow Generations. Sonic had like the original Sonic Generation campaign, but the new Shadow campaign was all a bunch of levels that Shadow had been to, basically. Except for Chaos Island, for some reason. It's the only level that Shadow just doesn't show up, that appears in Shadow's campaign, even though it doesn't make any sense because he wasn't in that game. I didn't just want. I didn't just. They just wanted a Frontier. Frontier just feels real recent, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like because like Shadow Generations was a more recent experience too. They got to include like Sonic Forces levels too. A Sonic Forces level, which I'm gonna be honest. Even though I hate Sonic Forces, I 100% that game on Switch. I think Sunset Heights in Shadow Generations is like one of the best levels. Genuinely one of the best levels in the game. I think Gens 3D had the same quirk. We're bringing back old levels in new life. Third same level, looking exactly the same. Yeah, honestly, that's what some people were also thought Frontiers was way too recent, basically. And again, Shadow doesn't even show up in the game, so like, why does he get a level based on Frontiers? To paraphrase Radical Soda, I can't believe I'm having fun in the Forces level. Basically, honestly, Sunset Heights and Shadow Generations make me mad, because that's like a snapshot of like, what if Sonic Forces was good? Yeah, Plan Wisp was in Frontiers. Was in not Frontier, in Generations. Was that the same kind of complaint? No, I don't think so, to be honest, because it was already like a good year or two after. It was already a good like year or two after Sonic Colors, basically. Mostly because of mostly also because like when Generations launched, it was also like a big celebration piece. So like everyone kind of knew it was divided into classic Dreamcast, modern, basically, you know? I represent the OG half Sun out gens. It's a pain. That's fair. I have not played the Sonic gens part of Shadow Generations. That release really was just Shadow Generations for me. Like I already beat Sonic Generations. I need to do it again. I haven't touched the OG part either. A part of me is also kind of debating if I want to double dip and buy it on Switch 2. Because apparently the Switch 2 version is like... Why were Shadow and Silver being assholes Sonic gens? Was there an explanation for that? Okay, so Silver's explanation is the fact that like it's specifically the Silver who still wanted to kill Sonic. That's why. That's why. So like Silver's a character who's heavily associated with time travel. So the idea is that he was just kind of like in a flux of time. In Shadow Generations, they do explain though, basically. Basically, Shadow didn't want to give up the Chaos Emerald because he needed it to deal with his own stuff, basically. And then Sonic and Shadow have him and Sonic and Shadow had their little fight. And the thing is, like, Shadow actually dupes Sonic and gives him a fake Chaos Emerald. So he can still, it's like they brought up the fake Chaos Emerald from Sonic Adventure 2. That was really fun. Also, Shadow is just... Also, I'm gonna be honest, so Shadow is just kind of an asshole to Sonic in general. Shadow does not... Shadow begrudgingly respects Sonic. He does not like him. I find it very funny. Sorry, Sonic, my daddy issues are more important than you piecing the time stream back together. In fairness, Shadow... the Black Dooms was essentially also doing the same thing as Eggman was. He was basically going to use the white space specifically to rewrite the timeline before even the Time Eater could do anything. So both of them needed to be stopped, to be fair. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if you two just sat down and talked, we could have had, like, a civil conversation, and, like, you guys didn't need to, like, do all this. But Sonic and Shadow, those two are always gonna fight. I hate her so much. Yeah. The Sonic and Shadow scene really helps to explain why people find him annoying. Love that whenever you don't play a Sonic in a Sonic game, they make a point to show Sonic's kinda a jackass. Exactly. Sonic is peak main character. For better or for worse. It's better to allow him to be a jackass than throwing a hissy fit at the fact that he's not written to be like the wind. What does that mean? This game was a full course meal for me. Honestly, yeah, I can imagine the Sonato shippers love that cutscene. I appreciate it that they let Shadow be a lot. They've been letting Shadow be a lot cooler in general lately. Like, Shadow's always been arguably one of the coolest, most popular characters in this franchise. Like, for a while, his edginess was just kind of treated as a joke. I prefer when, like, I'll always prefer these kind of, like, stories of even, like, cartoony characters that allow their characters, even if they are ridiculous, to be earnest with themselves. It's kind of why I like Doom. Why I like the Doom games, too. Like, Doom, like, revels in, like, cartoonish, over-the-top violence, but it's honest and earnest about it, and I really appreciate that in anything I consume. Okay, but making fun of edginess is still really funny. Oh, don't get me wrong, it is. There's appeal in both, in both at the same time. I feel like at the same time, like, okay, think of it like this way: if the only thing you do is basically mock a character's edginess, there's absolutely no reason to take them seriously, even when there are moments that do warrant a bit of like a more quiet reflection. I think there is like a good like in between to hit there, and I do think they do a good job. They've been doing a much better job at that. Because like people still call Shadow out for being for being way too like closed off, for being way too try hard for a bunch of stuff. Where at the same time, like, he has reasons to be serious and everything. But at the same time, he's not like, oh, super like broody McBrutester, super edgy. At the same time, he's not relentlessly mocked by the narrative either. There's a delicate balance you need to hit between. Like Boom Shadow. Boom Shadow was like overly edgy for the sake of the comedy, and he was really funny. That is good. This is a Crystal like Sonic characters being dumb cartoon characters moment. Don't get me wrong, that 100% is a thing, and that's why I like Sonic Boom for what it is. But I do also generally think that there is like that some of the most beloved Sonic stories are the ones that are a bit more serious, you know? Like Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic and Black Knight, Sonic Unleashed. Even if I don't think those games are like perfect, personally, I do really appreciate what they do, and what they try to do, the stories they try to tell, you know? Sonic Black Knight, the game where Sonic kills a dude not knowing he's a demon. Do you see that one tweet about Sonic Storybook Bible? Yes! Oh god. There are like 2 Sonic Storyboard, and Eggman was Judas. Yeah, I saw that one. There are like 2 like big like Sonic Storyboard like concepts going around right now. The first one's the funny one, the Bible one. I'm a very pretentious nerd, and I think Shadow peaked in 2000s. I miss when he wasn't a jerk for the sake of being one sometimes. He did not know King Arthur was fake, and he went for the kill anyways. What? Well, like, one is the Bible one, which is very funny. And the other one was, like, Sonic and the Olympian Gods, where, like, his female companion in that one was Athena, and it was an entire thing of him having to save Odysseus, who was Tails, from Poseidon. It was so cool. I got to see Sonic fight Poseidon. That was awesome. That is a mid. And one song here that's shown swimming for Poseidon. Incredible. Like, actually, hold on. Like, it's a fan comic currently. Let me see if I can find a picture. Hold on. Here we go. It goes like Loom. I'm not following you yet. Like, look at this. Like, there's Odysseus. There's Athena. Look at Poseidon. It's just Poseidon. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. I love this franchise. I love this fan base. My favorite Sonic game is the murder game written by fans. That one was very fun, yes. Can't believe we just killed him. I just drew this whole thing and realized I forgot to save. Hold on. I'm gonna play a game. The one that said SPO has ninja speed reading. I appreciate that lately we've allowed SPO to show that he is like skilled, and honestly his speed rivals that of Sonic, because that's how I always interpret it as, you know. I kind of just left Charmy to watch the apartment. Which is really funny. Honestly, Charmy and the Chaotix in Sonic Crossworld, it makes me so happy to see them again. And honestly, I think I'm finally warming up to Keith Silverstein's Vector voice. I think his direction in Sonic Crossworld is great. It's a lot less like it's a lot lower pitched than he was doing before. I really appreciate Vector. Vector's one of the coolest characters in this franchise too. And like Keith's one of my favorite voice actors. I just think he was struggling with Vector in particular. So I'm really happy he's got the direction he needs to really get to a great performance with it, you know? I can tell it was written by fans because they keep saying how Blaze 100% from another dimension and nothing else, basically. Blaze is honestly in a really weird spot where, like, yes, she is from her other dimension source is the most consistent part of her, but because of that little stint where she was in Sonic 06, because that Sonic 06 was meant to be like a reboot of this franchise in general, honestly, you can kind of tell, like, even Sega themselves are kind of like unsure what to even do with Blaze sometimes. Honestly, it makes me really upset because I like honestly, it makes me a bit upset because I like Blaze's dynamic with Sonic especially. Marine found dead in Tijuana. Yeah, even the IDW comics where like we've been to Blaze's dimension, Marine just isn't really showing up anymore. Still, a Sonic Blaze team up is always like fun to see. So I really glad that we've been getting it. We have gotten more of that in the IDW comics. This implies she had a body to begin with. It's because Styx reheated her design nachos. Oof. Which really is a kind of a shame. Also, I kind of hope they bring Styx into like the main continuity too, because I like Styx. I think Styx is probably my favorite part of Sonic Boom, if I'm being honest. So it'd be nice to see them bring some stuff from it'll be nice to see some stuff from Sonic Boom make it into like the main continuity. You know what? I honestly wouldn't mind if they also reworked Lyric into like a main series villain. Lyric himself is very like Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Honestly, yeah, it's a very bad game, and Lyric also has like almost no presence in that game in general. But I think they could work with that. I think Sonic could also go for like more villains in general. Not issues with Styx. The issue is she's from a bad game. True. Here's my tinfoil hat theory. Marine and Styx are secretly related. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Marine and Styx were essentially the same person from different dimensions. Where Marine is the Blaze is the Soul universe counterpart of Styx. God dang! I just realized I forgot to draw her pin. Her little hairpin. I'll do that. I'll do that once I finish lining this. What would Lyric do really? I don't know. Here's the thing. Like everyone knows, like the whole Echidna tribe thing has been kind of like up in the air, all because of Ken Penders. All because of Ken Penders, etc., etc. Like, there's your solution for like an ancient civilization villain or something. Oh, so it'd be cool having a now-recurring villain that's not Eggman or Eggman-related. But Taco, we already have one! His name is Zavok! Ah, dang ad. Remember when I said the funny line? Man. I survived the ad salt. Are you guys back now? Free now. Okay, good. I was gonna say, Taco, we have a recurring villain who's technically not Eggman related, who has only worked with him. His name is Zavok. I like Zavok. I like the Deadly Six. I forgot Zavok counts as a recurring villain. Aside fanbase didn't traumatize Sega for every tweak, maybe they could get better designs. Don't get me started on that. I am of the opinion that we do need like a model update for Sonic. I don't think the model we have currently is bad, mind you, but honestly, it's good to like refresh your model after every few entries, etc. Tweak your model. Even Pokemon's doing that now. Zavok and Blaze Dimension both suffer hard in the comics, not gonna lie. I feel like, well, true, but I also feel like Zavok's design honestly gets saved from via the comics. They honestly let the play his proportions a lot more. Also, it depends on the artist, obviously, but I really like how Zavok is drawn more than he's rendered in the games. I just said Deadly Six gets dumped on the back of their plane and left it out for years now. Maybe eventually we'll get like a Deadly 6 annual. I don't know. Like, go more into like Zeti culture. They mentioned how they're like this warrior race, that kind of stuff. I want to see more about that. And then be weird aliens. Exactly. Like, go more into their thing. Like, here's the thing. I think Zavok is honestly pretty. And here's the thing. I honestly think the Deadly. Okay, I 100% Sonic Lost World. I'll say it right now. Don't do that. I think I had a worse time 100%ing Lost World than I did Forces, and I hate Forces. Mega Man fans when their boy gets one new model. Series is 1% less dead now. The fact that we're getting a new model for Geo in the Star Force collection too is the same thing as like the Battle Network collection, where there's like a version of him talking. Lost World servers are not knowing what it's doing. Yeah, basically. Like, here's the thing. I'd argue that because that Forces honestly has better level design than Lost World. The problem is that Forces just isn't very interesting. Even the best levels in Sonic Forces are like the side missions, which are a lot more complex. But their level design is made entirely out of blocks. Like, literally, they don't even try to like make like interesting level design. It's all just blocks. Did Sonic fans do the patented switch up on Mania yet? No, actually. But I feel like the big like momentum Mania had kind of just came and went. People told them we'll love the Sonic Mania too, but like, while it was like the most well-received Sonic game in years, I honestly feel like Sonic Mania just never really captured people in the long run the same way those classic ones say. I feel like people still say the best 2D Sonic game is still Sonic 3 and Knuckles. If I'm being 100% honest, Mania isn't really a game I like to replay much either. Then again, I'm 100% like more of a 3D Sonic fan, so like I honestly don't. It needs more Meme Bee Machine. Like the fact like the second boss is like just Meme Bee Machine is fun, mind you. Sonic Mania does a lot good. Anime, if only Gear Fortress was fun. Yeah, I think the first time I played it, I got stuck on the Yellow Devil fight. Yellow Devil in 11's no joke, Jesus. Great play the knockback. Oh, I really like the game. I think 11 is designed with the knockback generally around having that knockback. It's only to make it more complicated. I love it, cool, but I was saying by devs remember 2 being this hard because they were 10 at the time. Basically, yeah. Think those kids grew up, got to do new gen, and made every gym leader based on those videos think they're good at balancing. Oof. Savage, but true. You know those vids that do like borderline comp teams by Gym 3? Yeah. Like, Pokemon's awesome thing where like they need to like take into account that the main player base is children. So they really need to balance it around that. God. Nice and easy to color in. Go. The big words of Big Yellow. Pokemon is a goo goo gaga baby game first, and a competitive game like 6th or 7th. Basically, like Pokemon's main interest is to make you look at the funny yellow rat, and you go, "I want it," and go get it. Basically, Pokemon's main appeal is to get you to love the funny creatures, not for you to min-max your build of like a bajillion IV training and go win worlds. Yo, hello. Hey, Noe. The funny thing I love to bring up when Peace Lee comes to conversation, they changed the move of Flynn's Rift so it only has status moves. Poor Flynn. No ads, hello. Hi, Noel. You're drawing more OCs. Yep, OCVember is going strong. Hey, we got Crystal's OC. Melody. Even I abused this during my playthrough. We got prankster Tom Murkrow just to screw with him. Ah, poor Flynn. You'd be a really silly stray of bringing your underlevel little baby mom of taunt and making Elite Four members Pokemon you struggle. Oof. I could OCVember be in October. The wordplay is right there. Because I said so. Screw you.
Get dunked.
Okay, I can answer that one. Crystal, why? Why do you do this to me? I'm literally drawing your character and you do this to me? I had like 3K saved up. Pain. Nah, that doesn't work. It turns into like a meme ad for 5 minutes. Honestly, I do need to like come up with new things. I also figure out how to program them properly. I'm gonna ask my pal Robin how she does this stuff. Oh, part of the streaming experience is figuring out what fun ways to make your audience torment you. True! Yeah, here's what it is. Big anvil like Pumpkin Spice does. That'll be fun. Plonk.
Yes, you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman. Believe, believe. Yes, you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman. Well, he's 5 feet tall with eyes of red, and if you're on his list, you're gonna end up dead. With his great big crossbow and his deadly whirlwind, repeat me where it's gonna be your head. Believe, believe. Yes, you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman. Believe, believe. Yes, you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman. Mothman, Mothman, I believe in you, saving a soul from this creepy hysteria.
The music note speech. You know what you want to do. I get mid. I was gonna move switch to archery, now I'm not sure anymore. What's wrong with that? Oh, he actually blast mouth a laser. Talking like a dumb Sarv character.
Yes, you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman. Believe, believe. Yes, you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman. Well, he's 5 feet tall with eyes of red, and if you're on his list, you're gonna end up dead. With his great big crossbow and his deadly whirlwind, repeat me where it's gonna be your head. Believe, believe. Yes, you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman. Believe, believe. Yes, you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman.
Mothman means business. Yep. Believe, believe. Yes, you can.
Mothman, Mothman, I believe in you, saving a soul from this creepy hysteria. Your bright red eyes and gigantic wings, they make me wanna sing.
Give me just a minute.
Where the nethermancers struck in the dead of day.
I think worse than iPad 2, I just have no idea what I'm doing. That's a very real possibility. That's fair.
Webb's McGregor was for weather, never showed his face. He's a disgrace. He's a disgrace.
Put a chair in front of the door at this point. I forgot what you're doing. True. Girl, you made it look poggies. Well, I'm glad you're liking it so far, Crystal. It means a lot. Makes me happy. As I've been trying to do like colored line art after I do the shading, so I can always have like the darkest color available to be able to pick properly. God dang it. You know when, like, you start to sneeze, but then the sneeze just dies? Ugh. I fell down a spiritual level. I figured something if there's mobile version of Streamlabs. Huh, neat. That was the Funny Rotation song. Pretty much, yeah. I like the song. I like the song. The bass shadows down. Yeah. Oh, Punch Out Wii. I want this game remade so bad. God, I want a new Punch Out. I want a new Punch Out game. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. I messed up the shading. Click on the line art. Wasn't supposed to do that. Dang it. Yeah, it's barely noticeable, I guess. Noticeable, like. I haven't backed that up enough. And I don't have enough undos for this. Dang it. Yeah, it's fine. I can work with this. I mean, do it again. Happened. I selected the line art while I was shading, and that made all this happen. And it's noticeable in the line art, and I can't in good conscience accept that. I just select the line layer and delete on the shading layer, because that would also not look good. That would end up deleting parts of the shading layer I don't like. Because I have anti-aliasing on. And ends up looking a bit off no matter what I do. Sorry, it's fine. It won't be a massive time loss. It's slightly different. As long as I get the basic down, it's fine. Actually, this time. Oh, color correction. I'm doing this again. Oh, very nice crystal. This Brawl Stars menu music. Yep. Draco's menu music. It's one of my personal favorites. I've gone on record to go back to listen to some menu music and just picked out some few I liked. All the Medieval Manor menu musics are absolutely 10 out of 10s. Why are all the Medieval Manor characters so good? They're 3 for 3! Hey, Pulley. Yeah, Deadpool scene. Pretty good one. Ah! Hi, Star. Hi, Speed Star. I see ya. Howdy. And there we go. Melody is done. Not bad, not bad at all. Thank you. Hey, happy hope you like Crystal. Ah, already. I'll wait for the ad to finish just so I can run the goodbye script, basically. Yes, are we back? I was taking a minute the stop period just to get some stuff done, just to save the drawing out. But with all that said, we're back. All right, I was just taking this little moment about what the ads were running to just finish saving it out and sending it to Crystal. Well, with that said, I think we can pretty much end the stream here then. It's already 10 o'clock, 10:07. Might as well just end it here today. I'm glad we managed to get something done. Today's honestly been kind of ups and down, having lost my my mechanical pencil, but is what it is. You got work done. I'd say things went pretty well today. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it here. Folks, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for Matt tuning in, as Noel would say. He's still here in chat, I hope. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a good one, folks. Thanks for watching, everyone. And remember to always be cool and be creative.